Hey Kelly, my name is Gray Johnson. I'm in class with you, and I just wanted to respond to your discussion board, specifically the statement about if you had a dollar for every time somebody asked you if it was just trading one drug for another. I totally get that. As someone who has also worked in medication-assisted treatment for over 6 years, um, we I do regularly see people that just don't understand why it can be effective to give someone a, a scheduled substance in replacement for another illicit substance. And usually, how I respond to that is that while it may seem like they're being traded one drug for another, they're also getting the benefit of ongoing counseling, psychiatric assistance, stabilization, nursing assistance, daily checks, legal support, housing support. Sometimes those counselors act as social workers. So usually when I explain it that way, most people tend to understand. But at the core, it does seem like we are trading one drug for another. But I liken it to other medical conditions. If our body doesn't produce enough insulin, we support our body with the addition of insulin through pumps or IV or what have you. And there are other medical conditions where we have to substitute with the addition of blood from other people, etc. I like your take on this. I totally agree, and I haven't read through all of our classmates' discussions, but it seems like for the most part, people are more familiar with where we are in recovery. I watched a recent documentary I think it was on the BBC, and they interviewed both a family of addicts. There were four sons that were addicted to opiates, and they were able to trace where it was actually heroin. They were able to trace where they were getting that heroin from, and traced it to honestly Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, somewhere like that. And they actually talked to the manufacturers and showed them pictures of the young men that were addicted to heroin, and they had a debate and a discussion on the morality of what these people were doing, and it was very interesting. It's all about the profit, and ironically, it's one of the cases that I make in some of the papers that I've written, especially in last semester's class. That one of the problems that I see, even with medication-assisted treatment, is that there is profit to be made, and there's no real incentive for at least the organizations around here to wean people off of the methadone. We see people on methadone for years here in North Carolina. But anyway, just my 2 cents I wanted to add. I appreciate your article and what you had to say, and look forward to maybe talking to you a little bit more about it. Thanks.